Welcome back. Brooke is joining us now from the Alternative Roots Farm, and I love this time of year because, you know, all of the fresh crops growing. We have raspberry season, and it's also apricot season as well. And why don't you talk about just how the seasons went for you?
Yeah, well, it's really exciting because it's our very first apricot season, and these little fruits, which you don't usually think of going with Minnesota, are just a gem to have and just delicious. They have a very short season, so like this week we have a lot of crop. So we're picking a lot and canning and really enjoying the season. So the raspberry season, not quite as abundant this year. We had about an 80% crop loss with rabbit damage, which a lot of people experienced in their gardens and stuff this year. But there is raspberries and apricots to be enjoyed at the farm this week. And if people are looking at keeping these things fresh, apricots ripen just like peaches. So they ripen off the tree, like plums as well, and need maybe a couple days on the counter to get fully ripe. At that point, if you haven't gobbled them all up, then you can stick them in the fridge. They should have that just slight give like a peach or plum does when they're ripe. And keeping them fresh, if you're not going to just eat them right away, you can can them. On my to-do list is also canning apricot halves. You can freeze them to can or process or add to smoothies or baked goods later. You can dry them. Many people are familiar with like dried apricots for snacks. You could chop them and add them into granola. I like to take raspberries and throw them in with a jar of applesauce, blend them together, and make a fruit leather. It's a great snack for the kids. So there's lots of different things you can do with these to eat in season all year long if you don't just gobble them up fresh.
And what made you decide to add apricots to your farm this year?
Oh, that would be a question for my husband. Okay. We plant a little bit of everything. Yeah.
And a lot of it is trial and error too, I'm sure.
Yes, we've been waiting for 3 years for this crop to come in. Apricots won't be an every year thing, so they bloom really early, so they're susceptible to what is the temperature, are we getting good enough pollination, because it can be cooler or snowy, you know. So when we have them, we enjoy them. Yeah.
Now, if folks have not been out to your farm, explain how it works. They can come and pick them themselves.
Well, no, we don't do you pick at the farm. But
oh, all right. Just us when we were there.
Yeah, just you when you were there. But we have an on-farm store that's open 6 days a week, and people can come out. It's just a self-serve deal, and we have seasonal goods. Apples, when apples start coming in a few weeks, and canned items and herbal wellness items and eggs, and you might see some pigs while you're out at the farm too.
Oh,
so
cool.
they're available at the farm store. Apricot jam will be a new thing this week.
You also have an event coming up, so talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so Sunday from 11 to 3, we have the Sowing Seeds event, which is celebrating local foods and lost skills. So we've got a pop-up farmers market out at our farm. We've got kids activities, a food truck, and we have 10 different Skillshare demos to choose from. Several are like canning 101, how to cure a pork belly, how to season your cast iron stove. So a variety of different things that people can look up the schedule. But we'll also have a farm tour, and it's just going to be a really good time out at the farm. Tickets are $10 and they are limited, and that does go directly to supporting our area chapter of the Sustainable Farming Association.
And where should people go to get tickets?
They should, you can hop onto the Facebook event or the Minnesota River Chapter SFA website, which is linked on the Facebook event, or you can find the information on our farm social media and website.
All right, well, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We'll have more when we come back on Cato Living.